Hello friends, welcome to the sequel that no one technically asked for, but definitely needed to be made. Why does it need to be made? Well, because I missed some good titles. It's hard to name every single LGBT video game, but I'm gonna do my best to tell you about some great ones. So here we go, Best LGBT Video Games 2, Electric Boogaloo. Here are some more of the best LGBT video games. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic is your standard role-playing game. Kind of. It's based 4,000 years before the creation of the Galactic Empire. Darth Malak, after the loss of his master Darth Revan, launches an attack on the Jedi and the Republic in an attempt to wipe them out. You, the main character, wake up aboard a ship being attacked by Malak and get to choose between 3 classes. Eventually, you also get to choose a class of Jedi. The gameplay is a little bit of an open world. You can adventure across the Star Wars universe and traverse through many of the well-known planets. The fighting style of KOTOR is turn-based, and things like dodging and missing happen automatically based on stats. The game is also heavy on the story and can be influenced by your decisions and dialogue choices with your companions. If your character is female, you can even romance another female companion. That's right, this is a great game for the lady gaze. Juhani is a Jedi, who at one point fell to the dark side, but returns to the side of good depending on how you play the game. During your investigation of the character, you discover she was in a relationship with another woman, but it didn't work out. Luckily for you, it can with you. You can win Juhani's heart and live happily ever after in a galaxy far, far away. Have you ever wanted to be a farmer in a small community where all the fair bachelors and bachelorettes fall under that big old gay umbrella? Well then, Stardew Valley is for you. Stardew Valley is technically just a farming simulator. Your character decides to quit their office job to take over their grandpa's farm to get away from the big city life. You manage your energy, your time, you can build buildings, craft goods, raise animals and cattle, you can mine in the caves and partake in social interactions. Some of these interactions can lead to love and even marriage. Regardless of gender, you can romance 12 different characters. You can even romance more than one character at a time, but you can only marry a single person, which isn't so bad. If you want to still romance people after marriage, you technically can. The game is very open-ended with multiple different farming possibilities, ways to make money, and many possibilities for love. Bethesda makes some pretty good games. Their games are almost always a first-person exploration game where you fight for your survival some way or another. Romance is optional in these games, but always very open. For example, in the Elder Scrolls series, you can marry anyone regardless of gender, due to the harsh life of the Nords. Their life is too short and too dangerous to worry about heteronormativity. They might as well make their own happiness, right? What else is there to do while they're being attacked by demons, dark lords, dragons, gods, and other monsters from the abyss? Another series from Bethesda is the Fallout series. You can't get married, but you can romance almost every single companion and even some NPCs, no matter what your gender is. These romances can even give you long-lasting, permanent perks in some of the games. So go ahead and find your post-apocalyptic sweetheart and go get that kill shot perk. So, unpopular opinion, I don't like this game. I've personally tried it, and I'm not a fan of it, but many people adore this game. I'm talking about Gone Home. In Gone Home, you play as Katie, a girl returning home from traveling abroad. When she gets home, she discovers a letter from her sister telling her not to look for her. And from there, you explore the house trying to figure out what's going on. After much walking and exploration of the house, you discover your sister ran away with her girlfriend. Your parents weren't accepting her, so her and Lonnie run off to make their own lives outside of rural Oregon. Many people praise Gone Home for its storytelling, how immersive it is, and the fact that it is fully interactive. You can pick up anything and everything, which people find impressive. If you want a decent narrative and exploration game about punk girls falling in love, this may be the game for you. It's Christmas time. The year is 2064. A dear friend has gone missing, and luckily, the main character is an investigative journalist. The main character teams up with Turing, a robot created by their missing friend. Their adventure begins in 2064, read-only memories. This is a story-driven game, and in the story you can set your own pronouns. The story will actually adapt to them. Along with that, this adventure game is filled to the brim with trans, genderqueer, and non-binary characters. The story branches out multiple different ways, and you might get lucky and get to meet them all. If you're a fan of cyberpunk dystopian futures, good stories, excellent soundtracks, and point-and-click visual novels, I would recommend this game. Night in the Woods follows the story of May Borowski, who returns home after dropping out of college. May reunites with her friends Greg, Angus, and Bee. They all begin hanging out again throughout the game, and you slowly learn more about the characters. Greg and Angus are actually dating. They're the only gay couple in Possum Springs. At one point in the game, Angus complains to May that he wishes there were more gay people in the town, but May reminds him that she's back in town now. Canonically, May is pansexual. Not going to lie, this game is stunning. This game is colorful, stylistic, and dripping with mystery. The characters are real and have actual depth to them. The story is compelling and it will leave you wanting more in the end. So take a step into Possum Springs, try to solve the mystery of what happened to Casey Hartley. Do your best to patch things up with old friends, help May come to terms with her depression and anger issues. It's a roller coaster of a game, and you should definitely hop onto this ride. Dream Daddy, a dad dating simulator, is a game made by the Game Grumps, and it's exactly what it sounds like. You get to create your own dad, or dadsona, and then romance other dads. There are 7 different dateable dads, and each dad has multiple different endings. There's the cool youth minister dad, the goth dad, who's actually canonically trans, the rival dad, the cool dad, the fitness dad, the bad dad, and lastly, the teacher dad. All these different dads just for you to date. The game is also filled with mini games and of course, dad jokes. Something that I enjoy about this game personally is that it doesn't turn the homosexuality it portrays into a joke. Some comedians will take that route, but not the Game Grumps, and that's something I can respect. Dream Daddy is very well written, the humor is sharp, and at times the game can be very deep. For some people, even emotional. So go ahead, have a seat, and meet the daddies. Let new love bloom, you gotta date 'em all. And with that, those are some of the best LGBT video games. Can you think of any others? Did I miss any more? Let me know in the comments down below. I hope you all have a good day. I hope you have a good night, wherever you might be. This has been itsKaityCat. Subscribe maybe.